Hiya crafters, Amy here with Amy's Wares. I'm going to do some die cutting and 3D embossing. Now this is the Giant Merry Christmas die from Lawn Fawn and the Starry Patterns 3D from Altenew. It's an embossing folder. And here's a photo of the finished card to show you the direction we're heading, but I was able to batch a handful of these for my Christmas card stash. So I'm just loading up some 120-pound cardstock, cut down to A2 size, 4¼ inches by 5½. I'm going to run it through several times through my embossing folder, and I'm just going to actually use residual ink on my blue, my teal, and my purple blending brushes just to lay down some color, because this embossing is so impressive on its own. It really doesn't take much. Don't even need to clean my brushes. I'm just going to use the ink that was already on there, and you can see obviously I have this sped up, but I was able to work through these panels super quickly just to get them all ready to go before I move on to the next step. So I'm just kind of varying in color. Some I'm adding purple, some I'm not, some I'm adding dark blue. It's just kind of cool wintry colors that go really well with the 3D embossing pattern that lays such a dramatic design on the front of the card. Here I'm coming in pretty heavy with the purple. It's a little bit dramatic. I think I bring purple, I bring purple on this last one as well, and kind of go in strips. So if you're enjoying this, please do hit the thumbs up and consider subscribing. If you hit that notification bell, you'll be notified anytime I release a new video. But anyway, I got these 5 panels all ink blended real quick, and the next step I'm just going to use some tape runner and attach them to a card base of the same accent opaque 120-pound cardstock. Just cleaning off my work surface so I don't get some ink on the back of my card bases. And I'm just going to attach all of these before I move on to the next step. So I'm able to batch a bunch of cards by having components kind of ready to go in batches, or I'll work in batches. So for example, if I want 5 of this die cut and I don't already have it in my binder system, which you've probably seen, then I'll just batch them all at once. I'm using my new pokey tool from my friend Judy. She made me a Christmas version. It's so cute. I love it. But I'm just going to have a bunch of these ready to go and liquid glue them right on the front of the card panel here. You could use whatever adhesive you want. You could use some tape runner if you're careful. You could use micro dots. In this case, I decided to just use liquid glue because it was there, and there is a lot of kind of raised dimension on the card from the embossing, so I don't want it to fall off in transit. So I'm just going to put this on here, kind of center it in the composition, make sure it's even margins on either side, and then press it down before I move on to the next step. Now I'm going to use that big block there just to kind of apply some pressure while the glue is adhering. And then I have these really pretty glittery sequins. I have no idea where I got them. I think it was one of the craft stores, but use whatever blingage you have in your stash. I'm sure you have plenty. And I will use liquid glue to lay these down in odd numbers across the composition, again with the liquid glue and my picker tool. And here are the finished cards. So these came together in a snap. The longest time is obviously just die cutting multiple things. You could have those ready to go, or if you only have a little bit of time, maybe get that one component ready. So it's an easy way to batch a bunch of Christmas cards and have a dramatic design that doesn't take you all day to make. So thank you so much for spending time with me. I'll catch you next time. Bye.